Hi, thanks for joining the day following today. It is Sunday, October 14th, 2018, and today's topic, the moon landing. This one is difficult for me because I was 6 when that event was televised, and here's my take. I don't believe that we landed on the moon. Now let me deconstruct that to be clear. I'm not saying we didn't go to the moon. What I'm saying is I don't believe the story. I don't believe that we actually went to the moon. And I know that's going to tweak some people. That's okay. It's tweaking me. There are many videos out there on YouTube that can talk about the photography and the shadows and how they're not aligned and how the rigging, there was a rigging that was done in a studio, and how when the rocket goes up, it doesn't go straight up, it goes up and then it kind of goes like this, and that there's pictures of the capsules being loaded onto a Coast Guard vessel and brought back. There's many, it's been torn apart. But here's what got me recently about it. Recently, NASA, and even former President Obama when he was president, talked about how our goal is to leave low Earth orbit. Well, the space station and the space shuttles all were within a low Earth orbit, which is 200 to 300 miles, I believe, above the Earth. And there's something called the Van Allen radiation belts that start at, I believe, 1,000 miles up and go up to 25,000 miles up, which supposedly are extremely dangerous. But Obama and NASA and various spokespeople from NASA have been talking about our goal is to leave low Earth orbit. Well, didn't we leave low Earth orbit back in the 60s? If our goal is that, we've reached the goal. Shouldn't we be setting new goals? So it seems like they're trying to change the narrative and maybe scrub out the old narrative. Additionally, there are spokesmen within NASA, old Houston command chiefs and press people that when asked about are we going back to the moon, what about the telemetry data, what about the plans, the schematics and all of that, and we're being told that all of that has been lost. Lost. Do you believe that? That all, like imagine building an airplane back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and you used a blueprint and whatever, and then you built it and it flew, and then it flew for a while, and then you stopped flying it, and you destroyed the blueprints. Same with a locomotive or anything like that, or not destroyed, they lost it. They just basically said they lost it. And it seems like they're trying to, I think this is what happened. We went to the moon. Basically, they faked it a bunch of times. And then the TV technology and microwave technology got too good to where the anomalies that were happening, the errors that were happening, were standing stark. Also, the consumer telescopes and such were getting better to where now people can look up at the moon and not see the landing site and not see the rover and the things that were left behind. And I think they saw that coming and needed to put an end to it. And the excuse that was given, or the excuse that was given, was, well, let's do the space shuttles. And and we focused on the space shuttle and this International Space Station and all of that. I don't believe that we went to the moon. I'm not saying we didn't. I just don't believe that we did. It seems like they're backtracking. It seems like they've been caught, and they're trying to refocus the discussion. And, you know, there was a recent, a little girl that had asked Buzz Aldrin a question about why haven't we gone, and his answer, it's out on the interwebs, seemed to make it sound like he admitted that we had never gone in the first place. Some can deconstruct the sentence as not pertaining to that. There's other astronauts that, you know, were asked about, like, oh, you went through the Van Allen radiation belt. How did that affect you? And he's like, I don't remember going through that, but if we did, we made it, and, you know, whatever. It's like the Van Allen radiation belt is something that didn't just pop up after we stopped going to the moon. It was there before. So the fact that NASA and government officials are now saying that that's our goal, and yet all these blueprints and plans and telemetry data is now lost, it just seems very fishy. And just by going on the photography evidence, where shadows don't line up. There's one video I saw where a stagehand is coming on the right side of the screen to pick up something and move it, like someone else on the moon, beside the two guys in the capsule. Anyway, take it for what it's worth. The question is now, what do you do with it? Well, you live your life. You don't wholeheartedly throw your weight and your belief and your trust in your leader. They have to prove it to you, and they have to prove it to you with common sense, and they have to prove it to you with facts, and they have to prove it to you with truth. And if none of those are there, then you can reserve judgment until then. I'm not saying we didn't. I'm saying I don't believe we did. Anyway, that's it. Please like, subscribe, and share. We can be contacted in the different places that I've put in the comments below. And as always, be good to yourself.